How further can we go?
Man, to the moon. We're expressing it. We're addressing it, right? We are not depressing it. We're trying to have the world see it loud and proud. You know what I'm saying? Mental health matters. We all matter. I don't care about your race, your color, your place, or your face. We're trying to get your mental right there in the right place so that you can be able to do all the right things that you need to do and all the goals that you need to pursue. We got Mr. Oracious. I'm gonna throw a shout out to Mr. Oracious out there on our sound and on the mic.
And the video.
And the video.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I guess he got a fan with him too. That's all good, you know. And then we want to give a big shout out to Alicia Durrett as well, who put us on out here at this healing block party. A shout out to also a good friend of mine, Nicole Coggins, for Sunshines and Smiles, bringing ladies what they need. Healthy feminine products, you know, for your hair and for everywhere. Natural stuff. And I think it's one of those things that it's not a dirty word as far as healthcare, because it's the mind, the body, and the soul. It's everything connected, right? And never to be neglected. Right here, we have our special guest, and she's been waiting so patiently with us.
So patient.
And
My
you
name
are
is Martina Young, and my business is My Expressions and More.
okay. What's the move?
The more is that not only do we express ourselves through books, I have books, but also inspirational items such as t-shirts, novelty things of that nature. I also have a tutoring service.
Okay.
Also soon to do editing.
Okay.
That's why it's
And more, okay.
Right.
And more for you to explore.
here.
To open up that door.
Uh-huh.
And no, reading is so important though.
Right.
I really feel like that's kind of a lost art, and people really talk about it a lot now that you can access everything on your phone. You know, people assume that that's the ultimate source of knowledge is whatever you can Google or whatever of that nature. But actually, you know, a lot of this knowledge that people use for websites originally comes from books. And we all know about the good book.
Right,
Yeah.
right. It is something powerful about reading the book and turning the page.
Yeah.
You know, you turn the page, and after a while, you turn the page, and it's all thick, and you're like,
It's
oh man,
yeah.
this is
I like
pretty
to turn
deep.
the page.
Yeah. That's the pages.
And let me insert
Okay.
that one of my books is called Pathways to Peace.
Okay.
And not only do you read it, but it gives a space for you to journal. And
Is that right?
And yes.
Another
So
lost
think
art.
about it. Yes,
Lost
it is.
art.
So journaling is important because that can be healing to the mind as you're writing. It's like a release.
Okay. What's the name of that book?
Pathways to Peace.
How can we have people access this Pathway to Peace book or any of your books, any of the things that you do?
On Amazon. So
Amazon.
all of them are on
Fantastic.
Amazon. Just look up Martina Young, Pathways to Peace. Or my other book is called Sit Still, My Daughter.
Sit Still, My Daughter.
Want to tell you what that's about?
Yes,
I
we
know.
do.
So Sit Still, My Daughter is to all single ladies on swing. No, I'm not a singer.
That was a good Bob.
But singing is good for the soul.
Yeah.
You know, however you do it.
You know.
In the shower, in the tent.
Yeah.
Well,
Pray for me. You pray for me. Love you.
I need you. No.
Oh, you gotta hear that. You
I
can't
know.
end it.
No, you can't. To survive.
Yeah.
So anyway, Sit Still, My Daughter is aimed towards single women. And it's talking about you using this time to get yourself together while you're single. Don't be so obsessed with relationships and finding whatever, Mr. Right, that you forget what are you supposed to be doing?
right.
And maybe it's some things that you need to be getting together about yourself during this.
In order to find this person.
Right, so that's.
Which leads us to a neat gateway of the topics we asked you to pick out of the
Okay.
9
Since we got
topics.
you in here.
Yeah.
Since I'm here.
Out of the 9 topics, you picked 3 of those topics,
Mhm.
right? Which we're gonna tackle the first.
Okay, go
Let's talk
ahead.
about the
I'm
first one
ready
you
for
picked.
it.
What's the first one you picked?
I picked winning and losing.
So what do you think about winning?
Winning and losing. I think that sometimes people think that it's all about winning, but actually, oftentimes we can win more when we lose.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is that some losses are actually gains. It's really about perspective.
That's right.
That you gotta have the right mindset. And even if it's a loss, but I learned something,
Realization that
then
comes from.
then that's still development. So winning and losing are both wins.
Yeah, we say it's not losing, it's learning.
There it is.
Yeah.
It's a win-win situation.
Yeah, okay.
No, that was brilliant.
Yeah, very good.
Amen.
She must have been listening to the show outside.
No, I
Outside.
wasn't.
I feel like we touched on that.
No, I did.
Oracious,
No,
she
great
listened to the
minds
show,
think
man.
That's what it is. I thought
She
y'all
was listening to the show.
You got it.
Yeah, it's not.
She was over here earlier.
Oh, yeah, she heard it.
No, I see that's
So-
wrong word.
Yeah, so I like that. I like that. It's
Mhm.
not losing, it's learning. So do you have any particular incidents or events that you can disseminate to us about?
How losing was learning.
Yeah,
Well, I have so many. So
just one.
just one, most recently, well, we'll hit on this. So last year, and people may think this is odd to say, but January 2022, I had one of my siblings, my sister passed away unexpectedly. And that is like a great, great significant loss. And all at the same time, I had COVID. I mean, a lot of things were going on. And so that was a great loss. But in the midst of it, I had written the book Pathways to Peace. It challenged me to walk in the pathway of peace that I was telling other people to walk.
So the crazy thing about that, right? The whole world that we live in, a lot of times it's funny how the greater power. I don't know if somebody believes in God, I know I do.
Yeah.
And it sets us with building blocks. And sometimes you are talking to yourself in a lesson that you're trying to pass on to other people. You're really talking to you, looking in the mirror. I don't know how many times we've talked about having therapy sessions with people. And we can come and sit on our couch and we start giving therapy to ourselves, though it's another person, and we have to start listening to what we're saying. That's amazing.
Yeah. And let me add this in there,
Yes.
because I had COVID at the same time. I was not able to be there for my family and help them like I normally would. I was basically in isolation. So I had to grieve by myself. And really it taught me that there are times where you're not gonna be able to have people around.
Yeah.
Can you continue to stand and have peace when nobody's there?
What'd you say? What's the next topic you picked?
Persevere.
Perseverance. There you go. How do you do that? How did you do that?
Right.
How did
And
you
the way that I persevered is that I reminded myself, God knew all of this was gonna happen at the same time. It wasn't like, he was like, oh, it's a surprise. And so I knew that because he knew it, that there was a lesson I could still learn in. And so one, everybody is used to going to me to do different things. It's like, it showed that I'm not the anchor of the family. I'm just a person, you know what I mean? And so it taught me that even if you have to do it alone, you need to stand. So anyway, I could go on and on. I'm a topic, so I'll bring it back in.
We want you to talk
Right.
because, yeah, because as she's talking, and it flows right through. She talked about winning and losing, right? She talked about perseverance, and she said she realized, right, that sometimes you can't. Some people gotta do it by themselves, and you gotta take care of you, which takes us to that topic
So
right
it's like
there.
a subconscious map.
Yeah, what does
that?
that? Yeah, what does that say?
With your topic picks.
Yes, yeah. What do we say, Cognitive? My thoughts are connected to my feelings.
It is.
My feelings are connected to my actions. My actions are then connected to my outcome.
Yeah.
So basically, it's your
You're drawing
thoughts,
a map.
your feeling, and you drew a map. Cognitive map, but you didn't even know you drew.
See,
I'm so proud of you.
I'm telling you, and I've been studying cognitive behavior.
Okay, so tell me about what do you do for self-care? Well, tell us.
For self-care. One is sometimes you just gotta be still and be quiet. You know what I mean? Like,
Sitting still is an action. and we understand that.
they don't understand that sometimes you just need to be still, just to get away from everything. Prayer for me is very important. Taking time, praying, going for a walk. I love laughing, so sometimes it's just watching something funny.
I can't think of a better healer.
Like that's medicine,
But
man.
you can't be mad when you laugh.
You can't.
It's a direct conflict.
It is, and you may even have alternative ways, and what I mean by that, like sometimes I'll sing a silly song, and people are like, are you crazy? No, but it's like just to generate laughter.
Can you laugh at yourself? Which I do all the time.
I do all the time too.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I want right now. Most right now.
What's that?
I want to hear the silly song.
You wanna hear it?
I want to hear a silly song.
You don't, are you ready for
I am, as long as it's PG.
it? It is, it is. You know, the Muffin Man,
Yeah.
the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man.
No, because I know the connotation of the Muffin Man.
Oh, it has a bad name?
It does.
I really
Oh
don't.
my God. Does it?
I don't think
The
it does.
Muffin
I'm
Man?
not saying it doesn't because I'm sure a lot of these old songs do.
Muffin Man.
It's okay.
God,
He lives on Jerry Lane. No,
I'm gonna find a new song. I'm gonna drop the Muffin Man.
Well,
You know, it has been a great pleasure to have you
Yeah.
here. Self-care, silly songs, perseverance, you know, especially during times like COVID, because I tell you, you know, the perseverance in COVID, we didn't know anything that was coming. It left a nasty fingerprint. A lot of children and adults.
You see, I'm a teacher too, so
Yeah.
I really know.
So you know about that lost year of socialization that kids got, well, they didn't get, I'm sorry, for being out of school that year.
Right.
I have the benefit of working in school as well, so shout out to my school. What do you think as far as your self-care that has helped you the most, aside from the silly song? What else you got?
Oh, as I mentioned, prayer is the biggest part, like my relationship with God. Okay. It's most important.
Okay.
So there are times when like God saying, keep yourself quiet, be still. Sometimes I just go and walk the bridge. You know, we have the walking bridge here. So I'll walk over the bridge, go sit, look at the water. And oftentimes what helped me during COVID was getting quiet and allowing God to speak to me. Okay. So
The one thing people don't talk about a lot is the connection with nature.
Yeah.
Through
Yeah.
electronic devices and a lot of distractions, we lose that connection with nature. You know, the other day we had a conversation with somebody about walking barefoot
Yeah,
in the
great.
yard
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
being connected. Like we are natural beings.
Yeah.
We eat, nature provides.
Yeah.
mhm,
The weather, the
mhm.
connections we have with people are all more important than all these artificial connections that that have been marketed to us. You know, when I see how phones and devices throw into babies' hands,
Yeah.
you know,
Stop crying.
right? It just makes me think about, you know, they're already setting up this whole distraction thing
Yeah.
where you're less connected with what's around you. You don't want to even associate with people because you have a connection with the electronic device. You know what I'm saying? We're social people, and the connection goes further than just connection with human beings. It goes back to nature, it goes back to animals, it goes back to weather,
Yeah.
farming, and all these other things that we have been steered away from. And I'm not gonna sit and make an argument for the reasons why. But I think that when you sit still and think about the sounds of nature, the sounds of birds, the breeze, you know what I'm saying, the smells that come from that.
If I get my head down, I can't see what's around.
Yeah.
If I got my head right here plugged into this phone, I don't know what's going on. Right. And so while I got my head down here looking at this phone, there's a house being purchased over here. There's a house being purchased over here. And I look up and all the people who I like, we got now gone.
Yeah.
Right? So I got my head face down looking at my phone. I'm not progressing. I'm not progressing properly. You know, one of the neat things we talked about the other day. We talked about last week, my best friend. We talked about obsolete. Vision, Nintendo 64. All those are devices that are obsolete. There were kids who were drawn to those devices, right? As they were drawn to those devices, or the kids playing Dungeons and Dragons downstairs, some of those kids are still in their parents' faces because what they didn't do, they didn't go out and have the social connection, they didn't have that social interaction. The social interaction is so important,
Yes,
especially with self-care,
Yes.
like we're doing right now.
Yes. And can I add this?
You can, whatever
As long
you
as
want.
I'm-
Yes, ma'am.
That is really sad, like people have become so tied to their phone that people are more concerned about connecting with people on their phone than people right there with.
Right.
Like how many people have lost connection with friends and relatives because you're too consumed with a Facebook friend that you never met.
Right.
And even it's caused us to be a more plastic society.
Yeah.
Where it's like you're more concerned about this front and this
These
image,
artificial connections,
these artificial connections. How many
likes
women?
and comments.
Just everything in life then all of a sudden becomes like a highlight reel. Bing, 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 dopamine, dopamine, dopamine. And you don't really see, all you ever see is, you don't see life. You don't see beginning, you don't see middle, you don't see end. All you see is highlight. Nothing that does something to the brain.
And think
There's no
about
neuroplasticity that way. There's something.
how many marriages or parents on Facebook act like they have a perfect life. Not parents.
Self-care, the president, self-care. That's a big that one was at. My expressions and more. You have a great day.
Martina Young, I'm number one contender.
Number one contender. Turks and Brown season 2.
Turks and Brown, thank you again. We'll be right back as soon as our videographer shows up.
That's
He waiting for our video. Hey, yo. We still live right now, though. We still live waiting for our,
This is our time to
waiting for
shine.
our guy. Yeah, you know what? You don't have to define to what saying. All we gotta do is express our mind.
There you go. Come to believe.
We can vote a second.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Thank you, Mr. Thomas. Once again, you got something else, baby?
That's it. Stop at my grandfather.